First of all, I would like to thank you, Mr. Sajid, who gave me opportunity today to share with you some information related to Toshiba battery technology. And I'll just quickly go around. I think everybody of you know who Toshiba is, so I don't want to go into the details about my company. Hello. Yeah. So I'll just directly touch the technology part. We call our battery as SCIB. Why we call it SCIB is a supercharged ion battery, and it belongs to the class of lithium ion. We call it advanced lithium ion, and the others in the group of conventional lithium ion batteries. What's the difference between the conventional lithium ions and Toshiba SCIB is the anode. If you see all lithium-ion batteries that are mostly built up either on carbon or graphite, but Toshiba SCIB is built on lithium titanium oxide. So not many global companies are making this technology because it's really difficult to, build to mass production to this technology. So it's one of the rarest technology that exists globally. So why is LTO special compared to the other technologies in lithium? The most important feature is the safety. So because it's, even if you contact the positive and the negative terminal of this battery, it will not catch fire, it will not explode, it will not have, problems like those, which are, when we talk about the lithium, we are just concerned about, the safety of the chemistry. But because due to the inherent characteristics of this material, it makes the technology very safe. Second is the temperature, because we are living in a tropical country and the temperature is the main concern here. So this technology can work up to plus 60 degrees Celsius. And then the main feature of this technology is rapid charging. So because the conventional storage technologies, like we talk about the lead acid batteries, they are very, very slow in charging. I mean, it may take 8 hours or 10 hours to fully charge the battery. So, but then that is the reason in e-mobility we only discuss lithium ion. So lithium ion have a charging capability of 2 hours, or when we talk about some fast charging, it may be 1 hour. But Toshiba, in terms of charging, has a very rapid characteristics, and this is a kind of a benchmark technology for in case of having such kind of a rapid charging. I will come to that rapid charging in another slide. And the long life. It has more than 15,000 life cycles. I think when we are concerned about what will happen after 4 or 5 years when lithium-ion battery will, die, or it may have a very less residual capacity. But this is going to live long once it is, once it's used in any form of application, whether it's an automobile, whether it's a stationary storage. So this graph clearly explains the life cycle of this technology. It's beyond 15,000 cycles, tested data, and more than 80% of residual capacity still remaining. And another feature which I just touched is the rapid recharging. It can reach to up to 80% SOC within 6 minutes. So you don't talk about 1 hour. So we are just talking about less than 10 minutes. And these are some of our customers who are currently using our technology world over. And mostly this technology is very famous in public transport when we talk about the bus application. So these are some of the bus OEMs who have used this: Van Hool, Proterra in US, Van Hool in Europe, Solaris in Europe. And then I'll come to some demonstration project which we have done in Japan. This is one of the demonstration project which was done by the Ministry of the with the Ministry of Environment, Government of Japan. And where we, in 2012, we started this project, and 2014 it was, commercially in operation. And this was the idea was just, making a taking a route, fixing a route of 15 kilometer, and then charging within 10 to 15 minutes at the terminal points. So now in the mass transportation system, as you can see, we talk about the conventional lithium-ion battery. What are the shortcomings, or what are the restriction limitation in conventional lithium-ion batteries? The conventional lithium-ion battery have a plug-in type of manual charging feature, and then there is a time of charging is maybe 1 hour, and maybe around 1 hour, and in some cases 2 hours also. And charging frequency is once per day. And the capacity, you need to use large capacity. And the cycle life is short. Short in the sense when I talk about the Toshiba life cycle. And now you just see the comparison. With the Toshiba LTO, we have a pantograph type of charging, as we can have a normal charging also. But it can be charged in a few minutes through pantograph also. And it has a, you don't need just overnight charging for this. You can charge per trip basis, because life is extremely long. So even if you are utilizing 2 or 3 cycles a day, it won't affect the life, calendar life too much. And then also the battery wise, the capacity, you don't need to use large capacity battery. You can use a small capacity battery, and it can sustain for a long time. And the cycle life, it's very long, as I've already explained. So there is no issue if you are using multiple charging a day. So this is on the right top. You can see there is, there are many stops in between, and in each stops we are charging for very short duration of a couple of minutes, and it's just moving on. So in public transport system, especially in bus vehicle, e-bus, it's the most successful technology we at present. When we talk about city buses, I mean, if we move beyond the city buses, maybe the other conventional lithium-ion battery, because of fairly large energy densities, they can be used. So this is one of the charging system which was basically developed with some company in Japan. And this is a DC charging system, and it charges in a couple of minutes our battery. And this is one of the demonstration project we had in Malaysia. It's Putrajaya. And these are the first double-decker charging project. This was done using Toshiba LTO. You can see on the top of the buses there are the pantograph type of charging systems installed. And what it does, what are the key benefits of using our technology, was we minimize the battery size. That means more room for the passengers. You can allocate more passengers in that bus. And then super quick charging, it can be charged very fast, and the long life. So it's a good return over a longer period. And this is one of the Toshiba factory in Japan, Fuchu complex, where Toshiba has made this vehicle, and it is on. You can see the battery or size is quite small. It can be just adjusted on the side of the bus, and there's a charging station also, a fast charging station. And if now if we go with a comparison between the opportunity charging and depot charging, so we realize the cost of operating such systems, that is opportunity charging, is very low compared to depot charging. Because in this depot charging, you need to have a large size battery, and you have your service and maintenance may be quite a bit high. Yes, but in opportunity charging, the number of charging station would also be more. But the overall cost, we feel, is lower in depot charging than compared to the opportunity charging. So these are some of the advantages of using this LTO technology, that you can accommodate more passengers, better energy efficiency, low recycling cost, and environment impact is also low. But it has some challenges also. Whether the infrastructure is able to support that high charging, we are talking about 4 or 5C or beyond. And the long life cycle is needed for such kind of application, and high output to input power. So because with smaller systems, you may have problem in getting this high output to input power. This may be one of the limitation. So just, if we are talking about the e-transport system, especially when we talk about the, buses, because our technologies are more famous with the public transport systems. So we need, if we can create a, charging, although there are certain limitations, but if we are able to create a charging station, DC fast charging station, then we can use relatively smaller pack battery size, accommodate more passengers in the vehicle, and you don't have a issue of waiting for long hours for charging this technology. So that is the basic advantages. And in India, we are presently working with some OEMs to make one of the, maybe one is basically the swapping project, and one is a kind of a bus, HV and EV concept bus, which we are trying to develop in India. And we can show, maybe very soon we can show the, we can show the what is the advantages of such technologies. As a live example, we can show to the maybe ministry and to the government, and also to the stakeholders, and how this technology can be effective. Yeah, that's all from my side. Thank you very much.